I'm Dr Richard Milne, Senior Lecturer at the University of Edinburgh. So I have really quite broad research interests, plant evolutionary biology, but particular aspects of that, hybridisation, what causes it, what happens because of it. My best ever paper was about a very strange hybrid zone in Turkey. And also I'm interested in biogeography, particular very interesting paper I was involved in recently was about how plants cross oceans, and specifically looking at the nettle family and how they got around. And we worked out that they'd crossed the ocean about 72 times in the 60 million years that the family has existed. So hybridisation is usually between two different species of plant, and it's when one species manages to successfully fertilise another, and then you get a hybrid is an individual that has genes from more than one species in it. It's difficult to know exactly how my interest in plants started because I was 7 at the time. I just started picking plants, putting them in water, and then wanting to know what they are, and then pressing them. And I've never really stopped doing that, so now obviously here I am at the Gatsby Summer School teaching other people how to identify plants, and I've got this big project going on to photograph the entire British flora and create an online resource, a sort of gallery of photographs of the British flora that can be used with my identification methods. So I'm wanting to share what I've learned and what I can do. So I always knew I wanted to do plant science. So I went to Bristol for my undergrad, and then I went to do a PhD on rhododendron ponticum in St Andrews, and now that's where I started getting into the molecular side of systematics, using DNA to answer questions about plant evolution. And so we used DNA to determine where rhododendron ponticum had come from when it got to Britain, and also to show that it had been altered, or some of it, by hybridisation with other species in cultivation. And it was during this PhD that I encountered these hybrids in Turkey that I did extra research on as well. After my PhD in St Andrews, I wrote a series of small grants with my supervisor, Richard Abbott, to try and get more work, and gradually honing my abilities in designing research. And 4 of those got funded over a period of about 5-6 years. And then I went for a fellowship. Well, I went for several fellowships. The one I got brought me to Edinburgh. And it was a research fellowship, but there was a big gap in first year teaching of plant science that opened up just as I arrived, and I volunteered to fill it on the basis that it would make it hard for them to get rid of me when I came to the end of my fellowship. And it worked. They kept me on, and I've realised that although I'm okay at research, teaching is my much stronger talent. So teaching is very much the most rewarding part for me. I just love sharing my enthusiasm with students, the public, or everybody really. But obviously I get to teach undergraduates the most, and certainly it's the thing I enjoy the most.